Today, we are focused on raising the standard. 4 topics, all connected, all important. Brand momentum, because how we show up in the world matters. Recognition and growth, because the people on this team deserve to be seen. Silence is not rejection, because most agents quit too early. And the 10 in 10, our new follow-up standard that will separate us from every other team in this market. The goal is simple: stronger agents, stronger client relationships, and a higher Stone standard. Before we get into today's content, a quick win worth celebrating. Stone Realty Group had a strong showing at the Zillow Summit in Atlanta. Michelle, Mackenzie, Eli, and Josh were all in attendance, and they represented this team well. Valuable insights and takeaways came back to the team, and that kind of investment in learning is exactly what keeps us ahead. Well done to everyone who made the trip. Let's talk brand. Matt built the initial swag storefront with core standard items, a solid foundation. Now Steed has taken the design lead and is reworking the store into something much more elevated, much more intentional, and much more useful for the team. We are moving away from boring, basic black and white merchandise and building a store filled with memorable, giftable, high-quality products. This is no longer just swag. It is becoming an intentional extension of the Stone Realty Group brand. Here's why this matters to you as an agent. The SRG Swag Store should be your go-to resource for closing gifts, home anniversary gifts, holiday gifts, pop-by gifts, client appreciation items, and memorable brand touchpoints. Think about it this way. A bottle of wine is a lovely gesture, but it gets consumed and thrown away. A thoughtful, well-branded item, a puzzle, a mug, a deck of cards, a keepsake product, can stay in a client's home for years, and every time they see it, they see your name. Forgotten gift, consumed, discarded, gone. Memorable gift, used, kept, seen, remembered. The goal is not just to give something. The goal is to give something that lasts. Here's a look at what the upgraded store is becoming. Topographical area puzzles, cool, colorful mugs, higher quality everyday items, distinctive Stone Realty Group branding that people will actually want to keep on their desk or display in their home. We are intentionally moving away from generic black and white logo merchandise and toward products people will love, use, and keep. Again, find it bookmarked in Team Chat. Now, this next section is significant. Stone Realty Group is creating a clearer path for agents to grow, lead, and be recognized for meaningful contribution. We are introducing the Stone Realty Group Agent Title Progression System. These titles celebrate agents who demonstrate excellence in 4 areas: production, brand leadership, team standards, client impact. The progression looks like this: advisor, specialist, director, vice president. Titles are earned through merit, consistency, protocol, production, and leadership, and awarded at Stone Realty Group's discretion. Something to work toward, something to grow into. And with that, our first announcement. Congratulations, Hasty Millen. Hasty is now serving as Vice President of Corporate Relocation at Stone Realty Group. This title recognizes Hasty's leadership, professionalism, and continued contribution to the Stone Realty Group brand. A well-earned recognition and an exciting next chapter. Congratulations, Michelle Clevin. Michelle is now serving as Vice President of Luxury Sales at Stone Realty Group. This title recognizes Michelle's leadership, professionalism, and continued contribution to the Stone Realty Group brand. A well-earned recognition and an exciting next chapter. Congratulations, Gabe Sakala. Gabe is now serving as Director of Lake Norman Sales at Stone Realty Group. This title recognizes Gabe's leadership, professionalism, and continued contribution to the Stone Realty Group brand. A well-earned recognition and this next chapter. Congratulations, Debbie Lovelady. Debbie is now serving as Director of Lake Wateree and SC Midlands at Stone Realty Group brand. This title recognizes Debbie's leadership, professionalism, and continued contribution to the Stone Realty Group brand. Now, here is what I want every person on this team to hear. The titles announced today are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a broader path for growth. More director-level and vice president-level opportunities are available, and additional titles may be created over time. These recognitions are based on consistent production, brand leadership, team standards, client service, reviews and reputation, and overall contribution. If you feel called to grow into one of these tracks or would like to propose a specialty title of your own, we welcome that conversation. More growth, more recognition, more opportunity to lead. If you want to get on the path, we want to help you. Let's talk about follow-up. In a balanced real estate market, persistent follow-up wins. Remember, silence is not rejection. Picture this. Someone saw a home. They clicked. They asked for more information. Then, life got loud. Kids, work, a meeting that ran late, a phone on silent. That person didn't disappear because they lost interest. A missed call is not the same thing as a lost opportunity. Here is the biggest mistake most agents make. The agent's internal voice says, "They didn't answer. They must not be serious. They're wasting my time." But the consumer's reality is completely different. They are in a meeting. The kids are crying. Their phone is on silent. They need time. Do not confuse no response with no interest. Silence usually means busy, distracted, unsure, or overwhelmed, not uninterested. Here's the truth about real estate consumer behavior. A home inquiry is often the beginning, not the commitment. Real estate decisions create interest, then hesitation, comparison, timing gaps, second thoughts, and eventually, re-engagement. The first inquiry is often the first visible signal of a much longer decision cycle. When you understand that, you stop treating silence like rejection, and you start treating it like patience. Let's talk about what the data says. Responding within the first 5 minutes can dramatically improve conversion. Inside sales research shows that conversion rates can increase more than 8 times when leads are attempted within 5 minutes, compared with waiting longer. 8 times. The reason is simple. The first few minutes matter because the consumer's attention is still on the home. After 5 minutes, they've clicked on something else. After an hour, they've moved on. Speed creates the first opening. Speed matters, but speed alone is not follow-up. One attempt is not follow-up. Follow-up is a professional sequence. Velocify research confirms that strategic follow-up over multiple attempts significantly improves contact rates. The goal is not to chase. The goal is to remain professionally present until timing aligns. Attempt 1, attempt 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every step up that staircase brings you closer to the conversation. Here is something that should motivate every person on this team. Zillow and NAR consumer research show that many buyers and sellers interview or speak with only one agent before deciding who to hire. One agent. The first meaningful conversation often wins. So if we give up before that conversation happens, another agent becomes the first real relationship. Follow-up isn't just professionalism. It's how we win. And the market we are working in right now makes this more important than ever. In a hot market, urgency did some of the work. Low inventory, fast decisions, fear of missing out. Consumers moved fast. In a balanced market, consumers have more options, longer timelines, more hesitation, and more need for education. In a hot market, urgency did the work. In a balanced market, trust does the work. Longer burn leads are not weaker leads. They are normal leads in a more thoughtful market. Here's a mindset shift that matters. A lead is not a name in Follow-Up Boss. A lead is a person who may be 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months away from trusting us. The standard is not pressure. The standard is professional persistence with value. We need to talk about the quality of follow-up, not just the quantity. Weak follow-up sounds like this. Just checking in. Are you still interested? Let me know if you need anything. Those messages say nothing. They offer nothing. Strong follow-up sounds like this. I saw the home you clicked on. Here's what I'd flag. I found 2 similar options with better pricing. I'll keep an eye on offer activity and price changes for you. Persistence works when every touch creates value. So, what is our standard? 10 attempts, 10 days, no guesswork. Day 1 is a full coverage introduction, a call, an email, and a video text introduction. From there, you continue contact attempts across phone, text, email, and value-based updates until 10 total attempts are completed. The goal is to reach them in the format they are most likely to respond to. And here is the rule. Do not decide they are not serious before the standard has been completed. 10 attempts, 10 days. No guesswork. Follow-up is where trust is built. This is how Stone Realty Group turns inquiries into relationships and relationships into clients. Fast enough to matter. Persistent enough to be remembered. Helpful enough to be trusted. That is the Stone standard. Let's go set it.